Good morning. Good morning. First thing I think we need to do is give these kids a big hand. I think the choir did beautifully. A little bit of history. I'm a new Catholic, 23 years. Married into a great Catholic family, and Mr. Kirkwitz and Mrs. Norris asked us to speak to our experience with the Catholic school. We had 3 daughters go through the school here. Karen will fill in all the details for us. I got to tell you, from a new Catholic standpoint, I was after a good foundation. All 3 of my girls didn't disappoint me, nor did the school. I can still look in their eyes and I see goodness. I'd love to take the credit for that, but I can't. It was everybody here sitting in the pews. It was our priests. It was our teachers. I just can't thank you all enough. It was the parents that I got to hang around with. And I got to tell you, from a dad's standpoint, it was a blast. I'd do it all over again if I didn't have gray hair and I was on my way out. Anyhow, without further ado, let me give you to my lovely wife, Karen.
Thank you, Mark. I'm not quite as good at speaking off the cuff as Mark is, but I will do my best. I have a few notes. And I wish I had about half as much confidence as those kids had to do this and to present to you today. As Mark said, to me it was a natural to send our kids to a Catholic school because I grew up Catholic. My siblings and I all went through 8 years of Catholic school, and it was just a natural choice. But we did put some thought into it. Like Mark said, we wanted them to have a good, strong Christian foundation. We wanted Christian values taught and modeled to them every day. Not to say that our public school system in Spooner is bad. I think we have a wonderful school system, but prayer is not something that they can include in school day to day. We learned that our kids were praying at the beginning of the day, before they ate lunch, before they came home at the end of the day. And that's something that was really special and unique and something we wanted for our students. The other consideration, of course, was education. And we had watched my sister Judy's 4 kids go through Catholic school and saw that they really excelled. They also had good Christian values and had learned and been educated very well and had a good foundation in both. So we saw a really good example of what the Catholic school here in Spooner could do. So we knew that in a smaller school like this, each student gets a lot more attention. The teachers get to know the students really well, know what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and how they can really help each individual student excel. And that's really important and was important to us. Some of the things that we learned, we felt that all of those goals were achieved, the things we wanted, but we learned other things. Like Mark said, in a Catholic school, especially a small Catholic school, parents really have to be very involved in order to make things happen. A lot of volunteer work, fundraising, chaperoning, it kept us very busy, but we did have a blast, and we got to know other families, and we have friendships with some of those families even still today. So that was really a blessing for us, and I think the example that it taught our kids was that it's really important throughout your life to be able to work toward a common mission and to work together with other people through the ups and downs. One of the other things that we learned was that St. Francis really teaches kids self-confidence. Like I said, I wish I had more of that up here in front of you. But the kids really learn self-confidence because from an early age, as you can see, they are up in front of a group. They're presenting, they're speaking, they're performing, and if you've ever been to a Christmas program or the musicals that we have here, these kids are fantastic, and these teachers have really instilled self-confidence and self-worth. The other real advantage to a small school like this is that every staff person knows every student in the school. So these kids are acknowledged by adults, many adults throughout the day, and that's really important for their self-worth as well, that all these adults know them and are looking out for them, and that's something really special. The other thing that I thought the school really instilled was students really learned respect. not only for their teachers, but for their fellow students. They learn to respect them, excuse me, for their diversity. And in the second reading today, it talks about that we are all different, we're all unique, and we all bring something special to God. And so that is something that the school really instilled as well. And the students at this school learn to support each other. They pray for each other every day. They pray for each other's families. And they see the example of other families pitching in and helping everybody out. And that's something really special and unique. The saying that it takes a community to raise a child has become really cliche. It takes a village to raise a child. That's become really cliche. But St. Francis de Sales was our village, and we are really happy about that.